Hey everyone, before we go any further, we want to intro the next songs coming up. We've got Common's Faithful, which samples DJ Rogers' Faithful to the End. Zach, why don't you tell us a little bit more about these songs?
I may have talked about this earlier in the show, but Faithful is on Common's 2005 album B, which is full stop my favorite hip hop album. And it's produced by Kanye West, which is very high up there in my favorite hip hop artist rankings. And he does a classic Kanye production, or at least an old Kanye production kind of thing, where he found an amazing soul sample and then pitches it and plays with the speed that that the playback is. And it's interesting that he took this song Faithful to Be by DJ Rogers. It's like this weird kind of, it's not weird, but it's this like sexy slow jam, and he shifts it up, picks up the tempo a little bit, and it becomes a really, really chill instrumental for Common to rap over, which is he's a very chill rapper to begin with. So a combination of Kanye's production and the tone, like the timbre of Common's voice, fit together so well. And following that, we have the song Outstanding by the Gap Band, being followed by 911/Mr. Lonely by Tyler, the Creator, from his new album Flower Boy. Donovan, you picked those. Tell me about them.
All right, so we'll start out with the sample Outstanding. Before I did a little bit of research on the song, I had no idea who the Gap Band are, but now I have them in heavy rotation. They're pretty good, and you'll see later on that they're really funky, they're really mellow, and they just have a really cool energy, which is a lot like the Tyler, the Creator's newest album Flower Boy, which if you haven't given it a listen, you have to. And I know we keep saying that, but I mean, we wouldn't be doing this radio show if we weren't passionate about these songs and albums. Anything you've heard about Tyler, anything you thought about Tyler, just throw it out the window. It's a completely different sound on this album. He's like totally reinvented himself. He isn't doing as much rapping. He's really focused on melodic, interesting songs over, the shock jock kind of get in your face, aggressive style rapping that he's been known for in the past. So give this song a listen. It's actually two songs butted up against each other in typical Tyler fashion. He always does that on the 10th song of every album. You can check that out, verify it. It's actually really interesting. So
yeah, I have been avoiding this album because of the persona that Tyler had created for himself, but it's been recommended so many times that it's about time I listen to it. And listen to the bongo sounds, the drum break that's at the beginning of the Gap Band's tune Outstanding, because it is certainly a foreshadowing of our next segment, which we'll get into a very important sample in the course of hip hop's history. So here we go again. Faithful by Common, Faithful to the End by DJ Rogers,
Outstanding by the Gap Band, and 911 Mr. Lonely by Tyler, the Creator.